do you want to go ahead and start, and then we'll just more people will come on as we go.
Yeah, perfect. I'll just do a quick intro about myself first. So, as mentioned,
Great.
I'm Claire. I'm product marketing manager at Myria. I have a background in marketing and brand consulting, and I've also worked with some AAA gaming studios to bring their game to market in Southeast Asia. And most recently, I was building and launching Web3 products for a Southeast Asian based exchange and the ventures team before joining Myria. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, one of my first questions that I always ask in these situations, in these spaces, is what exactly is the project? What is Myria, and what exactly is your all's vision here in the space?
Yeah, sure. So in short, Myria is an end-to-end gaming ecosystem with an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution for both players and builder. So our gaming ecosystem actually consists of the Myria ecosystem, which is like the L2 that we offer, the marketplace, and the wallet. And then we also have Myria Studios, which is our in-game kind of game studios that we're actually treating ourselves as another customer or another client that we can actually kind of test and learn and understand our product more. But what we're really focusing on right now is actually the L2 in itself, which our L2 facilitates the development of Web3 games that helps independent studios build or migrate Myria's L2 to deliver kind of a seamless user experience. And we offer zero gas fees and transactions at speed. So really the ultimate goal here is to kind of lower the barriers to access to Web3 games for both players and developers, which is something that's quite key in the industry right now. And with that, we provide a full suite of easy to use developer tools for both like traditional game developers and Web3 builders, so they can create and deliver new projects and also deploy NFT collections at scale on our marketplace or also integrated to their own marketplace. As of right now, we currently have a community of about 300,000 and we have 1 million registered users on our platform. And to date, we also have over 220 partners who are currently building with Myria.
Wow, that's a lot. And for something that maybe not a lot of people maybe even have heard or know about, could you maybe let us know what some like the key like highlights or achievements have been this year? Maybe some key projects you guys have worked on.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, we have such a great community team, and that's why our community is so active, and we have like ongoing kind of campaigns and whatnot. But basically, I mean, some of the key achievements is actually launching our L2, and this is something that went live in August. And why do we choose Ethereum's L2? And it's really all about the scalability, it's about the security, and also the ability to offer zero gas fees. And some of these kind of key highlights that we have right now is that we've actually just hit our first birthday as well at the end of November. So that's definitely something to celebrate, especially with everything going on in this year. So it's nice to kind of send off the year knowing that we can celebrate our anniversary. And with that, we also have some campaigns. We have like an ETH and Sigil giveaway on our community right now. So definitely come and check that out. So some of the other key highlights that we have, so we actually have Sigil NFT. So what the Sigil NFTs are, so at Myria, we actually have the Myria verse, and we have kind of lore that goes out. And with that, we have different alliances and different sigils. And so to launch our platform earlier this year, we had a Sigil NFT campaign where we gave away 900,000 NFTs and minted 900,000 NFTs to our community. So all of this in the future will have utility with all the games that we build at Myria Studio. So all of the different games that we have will be interconnected stories around the games developed. And so that will definitely be something kind of that will have like ongoing campaigns or ongoing kind of storytelling as we release more games or also release more NFT collections. Another thing that we have is that we have an upcoming partner game called Moonville Farms, which is a competitive play and earn tycoon game that's just released the Alpha 1.5. So this is a game that we're developing with partners. rather than Myria Studios. But this is something that we have like the furthest development at this point in time. And recently we just had the first solar festival with the game that we distributed 8,000 raffle tickets in the campaign's weekly NFT raffle. And this is something that we're looking to end. Very shortly, I think in the next week or so will be the last week that we'll be distributing the NFTs. But what's really awesome is that what we can see is that we have such a like vibrant community and very active community with kind of ongoing activities all the time. So it's nice to be able to kind of like grow that community, expand that community, and then also, we're always talking to our community to understand kind of like what their needs are. Also have our users share ideas and whatnot with campaigns or even in terms of like different products.
Great. No, that's awesome. I love to hear vibrant communities and great communities. How new is the community? Like I guess like I'm pretty tapped into NFTs and stuff. So sometimes I'm kind of amazed that a project has completely like gone off my radar and I've not found it until later. I mean, you guys just mentioned you made you're coming to your anniversary, but like how long have you guys been cultivating this kind of community?
So yeah, with the 1 year anniversary, we would say that that's kind of when we launched the Myria community, mainly on Discord, and then we were able to kind of just engage with communities in different markets. And I think in terms of like blockchain gaming, I mean there are specific markets, let's say in Southeast Asia or even in like broader. In the broader kind of like Asia, Europe, and also American markets that we have kind of strong communities there. So that's something that we're looking to, continue to expand. But one thing that we haven't done a lot is actually we haven't done a lot of marketing yet. Like we've really just been engaging our community and hosting different like community engagement campaigns related to our sigils or related to some of the games that we're launching. But of course, we'll be ramping up next year in 2023 when like now that we have the L2 that's been launched, we have the wallet that's been launched, and next year we're really going to focus on launching more partner games and also launching our own game that we currently have in development right now. So yeah, another thing we're looking forward to is like an alpha testing for one of our Myria Studio games, which is called Meta Rush.
Okay, I'd love to hear more about Meta Rush, but you mentioned Mira Studios. Can you tell us a little bit about what exactly that is?
Yep. So Myria Studios is our in-house game studio, and the goal. There's two goals here, basically. Like, obviously, we want to create fun games as like the essential or like the fundamental um, of like the studio itself or the games that we're developing. But the reason why we have our own in-house gaming studio, which is also led by ex our CTO and co-founder Andrew Silber. He's also ex Ubisoft, ex 2K, and he also built a studio that was acquired by 2K as well. But what we want to do is, we really want to understand our product more in terms of a builder's perspective and understand, how we can build with it or also how we can optimize it as well. So I think the best way to learn from it is also to have your own studio or to be your own customer, right? So basically, these games are aim to design sustainable products, and also of course having a balanced economy because you know I think we all know about the issues with blockchain gaming and whatnot, and these are kind of the things that we're trying to solve right here in terms of offering those zero gas fees, offering high scalability, and then also offering the security that L2s can provide. And we want to focus on building like SDKs and APIs in order for different game studios, whether it be kind of Web 2 gaming studios or Web 3 gaming studios, to really just focus on building the game itself and building rich gameplay for users and offering that seamless experience. So our kind of like our tool sets are really easy to integrate and easy to use.
Understood. So I guess I have a question on, you know, you mentioned the game specifically that you guys are working on. Could you maybe reveal some details on that? Like what kind of game are we talking about?
Yep, sure. So actually, we just did another kind of session with Blockchain Gaming Alliance last night, where we actually revealed some of our key art for this game. So
Ooh.
this game is called Meta Rush, and we'll be launching a little bit more key art. But basically, it's a multiverse racing game. And what I kind of like about the name Multiverse Racing is kind of the concept of the game itself, where it's a multiplayer game. There are multiple worlds, or like what we call biomes, for racers to kind of play on. And then also the fact that it's on like the metaverse, right, with the verses and stuff like that. And so this game itself, it's kind of like a Mario Kart type game, except you have different characters instead of a vehicle. And what the game is, it's really, each match would kind of start with a horde of players who get eliminated through a series of obstacles, and basically surviving players will continue to battle in different rounds with increased difficulty until there's only one standing. And players can collect special items that can later be monetized, and also providing different tangible games. But honestly, the key art for all of this and the concept and the aesthetics, it's really stunning and really, really beautiful. So this is something that we're quite excited about, and we're looking to launch this, the alpha, sometime early next year. So this is definitely something under development right now. And as of right now, I can't give out any more details, or the studios would, would kill me. But this is definitely something that, everybody should, join our community for any kind of updates that we have on the game itself.
Yeah, no, trust me. I love getting projects and people to spill the tea and give us the alpha, but I definitely don't want anyone to get in trouble. So no need there. I won't press anymore. But I appreciate you letting us know, and
Yeah.
excited about that, because I feel like we don't have that kind of game right now in this space. I know, in Discords, I see people play games all the time, like, oh, hey, tonight's, Fall Guys night, or tonight's, this game night. It's really cool that, we're moving towards a time where it's like, hey, let's all play this actual blockchain game that's, meant to be in the space. So that sounds really neat. Well, what other kinds of things do you guys have, coming up for 2023? It sounds like it's going to be a big year for y'all.
Yeah, so I mean, with everything that's happening right now in the market, or the whole industry in itself, I think what that offers us is that opportunity to really continue to build on our product and really optimize it as well. And really, what our focus on, like, of course, the game is something that we're focused on because we want our users to also have that experience, and we also want to showcase our capabilities of our L2s, of our like APIs and SDKs and whatnot. But what we're really focusing on is the product in itself, how we can actually offer like scalability, and how we can really offer those transactions at speed, and in terms of the well, we're planning to have a TGE, token generation event for the Myria token, which will be launching in public in 2023. So this is an ERC20 utility token, and it serves as the basis for transactions on the Myria L2 scaling protocol. So for example, as a holder, you'll be able to pay for the protocol fees, earn staking and rewards paid in Myria. We're going to offer governance, and also all the different kinds of like NFT purchases as well. But another thing that we're planning to launch along with the TGE, which will be sometime early next year, we'll be launching a node license public sale. So we've actually already launched a private sale earlier this year, where we've sold 5,000 nodes already. So basically, anyone who's missed out on the whitelist, they can actually get their hand on the Myria node and start earning token rewards as soon as the nodes go live. So right now, like users, or even investors, I mean, you can pre-register to stay in the loops, and node operators are incentivized to secure the network with daily rewards paid in Myria token.
Wow, that's a lot. A lot of stuff. A lot of exciting stuff. You guys have your hands full, and again, I guess that kind of brings me to a good point here. Is how big is the team? It sounds. I mean, having a gaming studio, as someone like you who's worked in gaming for so long, I feel like a lot of these projects that are popping up, seem to think that they can get it done with a really really tiny team. When we know for AAA
I mean,
games, it takes a lot to kind of make. So I'm curious to see how big your team is.
yeah, so we're about like 100 plus. I would say like about like 140 people, and I think that a lot of our team has diverse backgrounds. We have people who are veterans in blockchain. So one of our co-founders, Brendan, he's been in the blockchain industry since maybe 2012, 2013. Got into Bitcoin quite early. So he's someone that's also our head of blockchain and leading that part of the tech. But as mentioned, we also have some veterans from like AAA gaming studios and all our art team and stuff as well. They're all we have an in-house art team that worked at different studios, namely Ubisoft or like 2K, and we also have the marketing team itself. So our marketing team, we have people who were previously in like Web 2, for example, Coca-Cola, Microsoft. That's our CMO, Gina. And previously, she was also at Near and Oasis Protocol as head of marketing. So, I would say that our team is still quite nimble. We try to work fast, and we try to work as collaboratively as possible because at this, we're all learning from each other, right? And there's a reason why we're kind of interested in this space. It's either to do with the blockchain or something to do with gaming. And it's something that's like we're all really passionate about, and we're really excited about what blockchain gaming can bring. Because there's a reason why I joined Myria, and that's basically because one, I do game, and then two, I do believe in the blockchain, but I'm not the biggest trader ever. And I really see that with gaming itself, this will definitely be a way that we can onboard the next million billion users. But the biggest challenge here is, again, how do we develop rich gameplay that can actually attract people to play? Because with blockchain gaming before this, we always talked about play to earn, right? Because most of the people in the space were actually there to earn. But we want to build games that are just so fun that the earning aspect becomes a bonus rather than the main component or the main motivation of why we're playing. So that's really kind of why we're here. And we just want to be able to offer these, tools or platforms for people and developers and studios to be able to easily integrate and really focus on building that rich gameplay for users.
Understood. And how could anyone here listening right now or listening to this later, how could they get involved with a project right now? Like, is there a best way that you think would be for them to participate and get involved?
Yep. So, for projects that are interested in building with Myria, you can contact our amazing BD team, and you can go straight to myria.com under build, and kind of just fill in a form. And then they'll reach out to you pretty soon. As a user, you can join our community on Discord, where we share all our different announcements, updates, and sneak peeks into our game and ecosystem development. And we also have all these regular competitions with prizes, and also if you just want to share your thoughts. So definitely Discord. Obviously Discord is where most communities are, but you can also follow us on Twitter at Myria, and also on you join our Telegram group at Myria Official group as well. So those are kind of ways that you can get involved. And again, I think it's really just about we want to hear from our users as well. We want our users to participate, and that's why in the future with our token and everything, governance will also be something quite important.
Understood. Okay, great. I kind of wanted to open up to everyone out there. If you guys have some questions, would love to hear it. If anyone out there has a question, we'll bring you up on stage and see if we can get an answer. Anybody out there? We'll give it a second, but yeah. So while we wait and see if anyone has a question, wanted to ask, is there anything that maybe we didn't talk about that you're excited about coming up here in the next few months, maybe even next year, that we should know about?
Definitely, I think what we're really working towards right now is the token generation event and the node sales. But something I'm excited about more as a marketing person is just the outreach that we'll be doing, because as we discussed earlier, like Myria's presence is we're currently doing more outreach now. We're doing a lot more marketing, and in 2023 we're looking to participate in a lot more events and kind of showcase our product and showcase our game. games and stuff. So I think that's something that we are definitely, working towards. And especially, I think, the goal right now, of course, is building our community, building our product and whatnot. But in the future, I think the biggest challenge is how do we actually reach out to Web2 gamers, because that's actually the way that we're going to make this industry in itself, or also our ecosystem, a lot stronger. And once we're able to have those Web 2 gamers, it's not going to be different between like Web 3 and Web 2 games anymore. Like, I think that Web 3 games should actually just be considered as games, right? And we should be able to kind of be compared to the bigger names and stuff like that. So I think that's something that will be quite exciting for 2023 for us.
Yeah, I agree. As a gamer myself, I'm in a lot of gaming communities where it seems like the the friction for some of these studios such as yourself that are creating Web3 games is gonna be tough. And I can't express enough uh, how simple mind, and don't get me wrong, I think a lot of these people are very smart people, but simple minded some of their approaches are with, oh, it's got the term Web3 in it, it's dumb, it's dumb, it's dumb. And it kind of brings the point up. It's like, well, should we even be referring to this as a Web3 game or a blockchain game or an NFT game? Should we just be calling it this? So I am curious to see how studios such as yourself, fight that friction and fight that debate and try to win people over to say, hey, like, it's not just a Web3 game. It's not just an NFT project. This is a really fun game that you would play anyway. And here are some benefits that just so happen to come up in the Web3 space with NFTs. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. And like to your point there, like we actually just had like an AMA with PokeStarter on their game awards as well. And I think that this is definitely something really good for the industry in their self, because they launched this game award so that a lot of blockchain games can actually, or Web3 games can actually get more visibility amongst the whole gaming industry and game community. And also they kind of want to change this perception as well, with like, kind of the negative perception that sometimes Web3 gaming has with Web2 game communities. So I think like the more that, there's more outreach, and also a lot of like, let's say a lot of games itself kind of work together to kind of grow the industry, grow the community. I think that that's definitely kind of something that will be winning, or something that's the main goal for 2023.
Definitely love that as well. Well, I don't see any other questions coming in here, or anyone raising their hand. So I will go ahead and just close out, if that's okay with you. We really do appreciate all the questions and things that you've answered today, and your all's partnership with MBHQ. We could not do it without awesome emerging projects such as yourself. I say emerging, but shit, you guys have been around for a year at this point. You're not emerging. You're finally putting out, which is really exciting. Wanted to just quickly give you the floor to kind of close this out and give us one last, I wouldn't say shill, but one last hurrah on why we should be interested in Myria and what you guys have to come.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the closing words, I guess, in terms of like what we want to do is we really want to connect people through play and kind of hand power back to the users using blockchain technology. And our main focus right here is really at this moment in time is to create a great product for builders, for game developers to create amazing games with rich gameplay and whatnot. But at the same time, we also have this very, awesome community. With lots of engagement and a lot of activities going on all the time. And, we have a lot of games coming out from our partners and also from our own studios next year. So, 2023 will be a vibrant, year with our token sale, with our node sales and all the different launches. So definitely check out our socials, check out our Discord at Myria, and also follow our Twitter.
You heard it here first, y'all. You know how to get active. You know where to go. Really excited to see what you all put out there. Sounds like a really, really amazing work that you guys are doing, and I can't wait to see some. No offense to any Web3 games out there, can't wait to see some really fun Web3 games emerge out of the mire that has been Web3 gaming up to this point. So thank you so much for your time. Everyone, thanks for listening. If you're listening to this later, thanks for staying all the way through the recording. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much.